Just a stone's throw away from where Lewis Hamilton equalled Michael Schumacher's Formula One winning record, the second annual IAME iGames will host an incredible weekend of racing on the Cartódromo Internacional Algarve in Portimão in sunny Portugal. It's the perfect end to a gripping season and a chance for the best Mini, Junior and Senior X30 drivers from around the world to bid for the last major karting title in the motorsport season. Let's ride on board around the Portimão kart circuit with Noah Monteiro. Flat out down the straight and keeping the throttle perfectly flat through turn 1. You build up so much speed here and gain an awful lot on the kart in front of you. Through turn 2, start to put on the brakes. Then through 3, the kart starts to slide. Just control it through turn 4 as you get up towards the first big overtaking point on the course. Turn 5, through the hairpin. Stay off the curbs, get back on the power nice and early, and then you can execute into the next double left-hander. You're fast through the first, but steady through the next as you try to blip the throttle. Then you get into the brakes again for this tight double apex left-hander, and then you get back onto the throttle again, down the drop and through into the right-hander. Keep it nice and steady as the kart wants to snap away through the next right. You get plenty of rumble strip to correct, then hit the brakes, tight right hairpin. You'll back up the camber as well as you start to climb through the next couple of left-handers, and then you come to the penultimate corner. If you're brave, you can try an overtaking move here, but it will leave you vulnerable on the exit. Back on the power out of the rumble strip, nice and tight, and back on the straight. A fabulous lap of 1.5 kilometers. Let's race at Portimão for the Mini X30 iGames final. Great start from the Oliver Rowland Motorsport trio. It is 1 and 2 for Baglin and Seabra as Kamyab, Phillips and Ben Smith try to follow through in the far end of the course. Are they going to make it through? It's 1, 2 and 3 for the ORM trio, and there's a spin in the mid-pack. Two karts come together. That is the 989 that goes in there with 822. So Andrada has gone, and so too, I'm afraid, has Miguez. As up the inside goes Kamyab to get into second position. He takes on Rodrigo Seabra and gets through, and now Kamyab's going for the lead. He's not waiting around. Roman Kamyab takes the lead from third to first in the space of 3 corners. Rodrigo Seabra is going to assist Baglin. They go up the inside. Baglin takes the lead. Seabra takes second. And out in front it's Baglin. There goes Flusha. Side by side with Seabra. Seabra gets on the dust and drops into 6th, maybe 7th position down the straight. And now we've got Kamyab going for the lead on Noah Baglin. So Kamyab retakes the lead from Baglin. So here comes Flusha on the inside for second. Side by side with Baglin, and she's through. Baglin's going to get back on the inside. Sofronea's going to go with him. So Baglin to second, Sofronea to third, and Flusha will now get back on the inside briefly, but Sofronea chops across. Nice defensive strategy there from the ORM boys. Luke Baglin will go up the inside of Ben Smith. Side by side, Ben Smith will duel. He nearly goes up the inside of Kamyab as a result. Baglin will not yield, and he's going to try and hold on to the inside of Smith, but Smith holds the cover. Phillips goes for Sofronea, and Seabra's going to get a beautiful 2-man shot on Baglin and Flusha. Awesome move from Seabra. Excellent. 2 in 1. Gets past Baglin and Flusha. It's going to be an amazing result. It will be a victory for Roman Kamyab from Ben Smith and Jesse Phillips. Bolowski will be 4th. Seabra will be 5th from Sofronea and Baglin. It's a Fusion Motorsport podium lockout, and Roman Kamyab wins the IAME iGames 2021. Ben Smith in second from Jesse Phillips, Kit Bolowski, Rodrigo Seabra, Dan Sofronea and Noah Baglin. Jensen Graham is 8th in front of Bosco Arias from Luna Flusha, George Edgar and David Cosma. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Phillips, Ben Smith and your race winner, Roman Kamyab!
Qualifying was good, got P2, and then for the heats we done very well. We got a first, a second, and then on the last lap we were in P2, and then we had a spin, and then we ended up 11th. So we didn't have a good position for the pre-final, so we had to work up then, and then finished P5, and then Kit got a penalty, so we were in P4, and then for the final, me and Ben got together and pushed, and then it was me 3, and then Roman 1 and then Ben 2. Qualifying, I was a bit unlucky. It was hard to get a push or a 2. And then I started around 5th or 6th for all my heats. I had a first, a second and a third, which was good. I was starting up there for the pre-final. After some unlucky events with driving off the track by a teammate, I had to start 7th. And then I worked my way up to 2nd, pushing with Roman on the last lap. I got into the lead on the 2nd lap in front of Noah Baglin and Rodrigo Siebra. And I got a little gap because they were fighting behind me, and it's impossible to drive away because of the toe down the straight. And at the last lap, Ben Smith and Jesse Phillips were pushing, and we had a good battle on the last lap.
And up to the first corner we race. Andy Rattel gets a good start from the outside line. Sweeps across alongside Vinnie Phillips. He's going to have some support here. They're going to be side by side, neck and neck. They drift into turn 2. Are they all going to get through? It's going to be tight, but Phillips leads. Rattel has drifted down to about 4th or 5th position. In the middle of the field, we've got one of the AC Motorsport carts. That is such a shame for Ivan Arias. So now here comes Flusha, trying to make his bid. Now Straven gets up the inside. Flusha is alongside Phillips as well, and there's not a lot of racetrack for Phillips to play with there. Flusha gets through in a 2nd. Burgoyne gets through in a 4th past Janae, and now the teammates can team up and go after Flusha and Straven. Flusha's trying his best to get through on Straven. They're side by side, and Flusha's not quite going to have this. Burgoyne is trying to stretch away with Thomas Straven. Up the inside, Phillips is going to get Flusha, and he's going to have some company as Andy Rattel will go with him. Rattel gets through on the inside past Vinnie Phillips, and Flusha tries to get back on terms with Vinnie Phillips. Stilp is going to muscle his way on the inside of the Spanish driver. So Gabriel Stilp gets in there and makes the move as Eric Genet gets past Kanato Lee in the process. Lee is going to try and have him back on the exit. No chance. Thomas Straven 2nd, Rattel 3rd. Straven's going to try and get this thing short. He's going to get some assistance with Rattel, but they end up banging wheels. Rattel comes through instead into 2nd place. Now he's going for the lead. Andy Rattel goes from 3rd to 1st. He gets past both the Strawberry Racing twins, and now Straven will get up the inside of Burgoyne to take 2nd position. He thought he was going to have that all on his own. Straven on the inside of Rattel, protecting, and that's going to give Burgoyne the lead. Straven fights back on the exit. Rattel comes back through. Phillips is coming back through into 3rd position. And they are going to line up right up behind Straven and Rattel. It's going to be a 4-way fight. Rattel gets there on the inside of Straven. He's been patient. He's waited for his moment, and he's picked it beautifully as Genet hangs on in front of Burgoyne, and now he'll go for Straven. Burgoyne on the exit, sweeps in past Eric Genet. Now he can go for the victory on the final lap. Into turn 1, last lap, what a lunge from Straven! He's going to get there, and so too is Burgoyne. Rattel drops to 3rd, Burgoyne still going for it on the inside of his teammate. Burgoyne steals the lead, Rattel gets through and alongside. Now they're going to go round the outside. Rattel retakes the lead, brilliant from the Frenchman. For France, for KVK, Andy Rattel wins the Junior I Games. Brilliant. Magnifique, formidable! Andy Rattel is victorious in Portimao. Superb from Andy Rattel, and that's the biggest win of his career so far. Andy Rattel is your winner from Thomas Straven and Eric Genet. Harry Junior Burgoyne and Kanato Lee ahead of Lucas Flusha and Gabriel Stilp, Vinnie Phillips, Junio Kim and Macaulay Bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, your podium in Junior X30, Eric Genet, Thomas Straven, and your race winner, Andy Rattel!
Today, on the upper final, started 17, and I was quite fast, so I was in position 7 at the final, the upper final. And then at the final, I made a mess during the race, but finally I went on 3rd and I could escape. And the final lap, I overtake and I could put me on 3rd position and defend it to the final lap, and I finished at the 3rd.
It's one of my best weekends, I think, for me. Yeah, in the final all went well, but yeah, just the last lap was a bit difficult for me. someone hit me on the back and I went straight and two people passed me and I went back to P2 and finished P2. That's the first podium in X30, so feels good.
It's been a pretty complicated week actually, but as soon as we arrived, we managed to get a feel for the circuit. We were fast in qualifying and had a consistent run in the heats up to the final. I had to concentrate very hard. We worked brutally to find an advantage, and at last, we have won the battle. Let's race! Great start from the outside line. Kalai Atkins actually noses briefly in front of Bradshaw, but he will go wide, and so Bradshaw gets assistance from Kimber and Walker as they head to turn one. It's 1, 2, 3 for Strawberry as they run through in position, and as they come through to the hairpin, everybody should just about get through in one piece. They do, so it's 1, 2, 3. Bradshaw, Kimber, Walker. Now let's see what Aaron Walker can do. As up the inside, Gonzalez is going to get into third position in the hairpin. Nice overtaking move as further back, Babichkova is going to lose ground to both Mackie and Jupp. Next left-hander, flat on the throttle, get a decent line. Up to the braking zone for the hairpin, and there goes Gonzalez. Gonzalez splits them into second position. Good run from Gonzalez as he gets past Aaron Walker, and he really is pushing now. The Spanish driver losing ground on the exit as Walker gets back through. So Walker is into position as he gets into second place once again. And there's big battles. Walker trying to force the issue for Gonzalez. And through comes Kimber past them both. Kimber gestures to Walker. Stop battling. Get on with it. Bradshaw's getting away. Callum Bradshaw has daylight between himself and the rest. There goes Gonzalez back into third position on Kimber. And through comes Connor Jupp. Connor Jupp's on the charge with Lewis Mackie going with him. Here we go again, ladies and gents. Connor Jupp feels like he can do this. And up the inside, there goes Gonzalez. Gets the move on Walker. So Eloy Gonzalez into second position. Here comes Walker as Ethan Faramond gets the warning flag. Walker gets the place, and Connor Jupp gets past Gonzalez. So Connor Jupp is into third position. Oh, and up and over, Teresa Babichkova rides pinion on Lewis Mackie's cart, and they are out of it. Teresa Babichkova and Lewis Mackie are out of the I-Games. Bradshaw is catchable, but Jupp's going to go for second. Gonzalez is going to go for third. Don't think so, says Aaron Walker. So Walker gets into third. Watch out for Kimber. Kimber's trying to come right round the outside of Eloy Gonzalez. And I think on the next lap we could see a lead change here. No, it's on this lap. Connor Jupp gets through, but runs wide, and Gonzalez takes the lead. Bradshaw's down to P5. Now going up the inside, Connor Jupp loses ground to Walker and Gonzalez. They're side by side. Jupp back on the inside, into B2. Here comes Kimber, third position past Gonzalez. And Jupp is now all over the back of Aaron Walker. They hustle in as they come through the hairpin. Sixth place in front of Ollie Pilka. Pilka dives in on Carlos Leon as Gonzalez takes the lead from Walker. Eloy Gonzalez back in front, but not for long. Walker's going to get back through, and on the exit, Gonzalez and Walker bang wheels. They drift wide, and Gonzalez fights in there. Brilliant fighting from Gonzalez. He takes the lead back, and now Walker second, Bradshaw is third, and Connor Jupp in fourth position. Can Gonzalez get this done as Pilka and Leon go side by side? Look out for Kimber. Sweeps in on the final turn and gets them both. Amazing. That's Danny Carinini. Carinini's out. His brilliant fight back is over. And here comes Walker on the inside of Gonzalez. Bradshaw is run out of road. Jupp slips by in a third. 5 laps to go. This is one of the best X30 races I have ever seen. Walker defending like crazy. Gonzalez up the inside. Jupp is trying to get in there as well. He drops back into third, make that fourth because Bradshaw's coming through. Kimber's going to hunt in on the inside and get both of them. Amazing from Kimber. B3 is now his. It's a really tight race, and now there's going to be a run from Bradshaw on Aaron Walker. Let me take the lead of this. Connor Jupp goes with him. Into the penultimate turn. Gonzalez will protect. Walker and Jupp are side by side. Jupp is back in on the inside. Walker will come for it, but it's going to be Gonzalez. Speedy Gonzalez. Eloy Gonzalez wins the I-Games for Spain. Brilliant. Fantastico! Eloy Gonzalez gets the job done. What an amazing drive. Sadly, after the final, a front-fairing penalty would deny Eloy Gonzalez a brilliant victory, promoting Callum Bradshaw to the win ahead of Connor Jupp and Aaron Walker. Aaron Walker, Connor Jupp and your race winner, Callum Bradshaw!
Yeah, it was a very hard race long. I managed to get into the lead about lap 10 and I had to start defending because there was a big queue behind me. And I just got shuffled wide a couple of times, but I ended up bringing it back to P3. Yeah, that's my goal for 2022. I had my first year in senior now, just getting used to it, and then 2022 I want to go for the championship.
We picked our way through from the start, had a bit of a race at the end. If I'd have known the eventual who crossed the line first had a bumper penalty, maybe we could have raced Callum a bit harder on that last lap, but it was an okay result in the end.
I knew that coming into qualifying, obviously just did what we needed to, and then over the heats obviously won 3 out of the 4, and then had a little bit of a mischief in the last heat, but managed to come back through, and then yeah, obviously I knew that coming into the finals that the toe is just not possible to pull away. So I knew it was going to be a bit of a dogfight, and yeah, the final was that, and obviously managed to take the win in the finals.
So for Roman Kanyab, Andy Rattel and Callum Bradshaw, not only have they won the crown for the 2021 IAME iGames, but also a free entry to the IAME Winter Cup in Valencia on the first weekend of February 2022. And that is where our season will begin again. So until next year, it's goodbye.